we are back in the UCL season. Like, this competition makes me so excited. So it's only right that I give you my UCL group stage predictions. Feel free to let me know your predictions in the comment section below, and also what you think I should have done differently. But let's go ahead and start. Alright, so we start off with Group A. Group A has Liverpool, Ajax, Napoli and Rangers. I'm going to start off with Liverpool. Liverpool have not been looking great in the Premier League. I literally don't know what's wrong. I don't know if it's because they're not clicking yet. I don't know if it's a midfield issue. Darwin Núñez and his red card situation sometimes looking like, it's a weird situation there. Yes, they just thrashed Bournemouth not so long ago, but then again, it's just Bournemouth. Bournemouth have been terrible in the Prem. Alright, so it's not a big of a deal. But the Merseyside derby was so excited, and it gives me hope that, Liverpool still got it. I think it might take some time, but maybe they'll turn up in the Champions League. So for that reason, Liverpool being Liverpool, and with hopes that they will, go back to actually scoring goals, not conceding, Virgil van Dijk being Virgil van Dijk, and Trent not being so much of a liability, maybe even getting Thiago back in that midfield, then I think Liverpool will be okay. So I think Liverpool tops this group. Alright, now that second position, I will give that second position to Napoli. And it's only because I think Napoli is slightly better than Ajax. Yes, we'll have lost like Koulibaly and like Insigne, but I think on paper Napoli is still a very great team, and they have been very competitive in Serie A. They were competitive last season as well, so I think they need to carry this momentum into the group stages, and I think they easily finish second. Now, third and fourth were very difficult to decide. Ajax, Rangers. Ajax have also lost their manager Erik ten Hag. They've also lost incredible players like Lisandro Martinez, Anthony, Haller, bless up to the man. So it's kind of like what's gonna happen with Ajax, and yes, they're still like a good team, but I feel like all those losses, yes, they've got like Steven Bergwijn. I know they've made a couple of other signings, but notably Steven Bergwijn. He also scored some goals, but I don't think it's the same Ajax that we saw in the group stage last season, killing it. And then on the other side, you have Rangers. They went through the playoffs to get here. And I sit here and think, was it really deserved? Because I just feel like they scraped their way here. So it's kind of like, can that type of energy keep you going in the group stage? But also to respect Rangers for making it to the Europa League final last season. That is a very good achievement for them. But I just think that, yes, they have potential to finish third, and I wouldn't be as surprised. But I think for now, Ajax is a little bit better than Rangers. So therefore, I have Ajax at third and then Rangers at fourth. And then we move on to Group B. I don't think Group B is that interesting. It has Atleti, Porto, Bayer Leverkusen, and then Club Brugge or Club Brugge. I don't know what you call them. So I'm just gonna say it right now. I think Atleti tops this group, but I wouldn't be surprised if they don't, because Atleti can be kind of on and off. They've had an okay start to the season in La Liga. They've had Griezmann come off the bench and score goals for them. I think João Felix looks a little bit different this season. Morata is there also trying his best. So Atleti is the stronger team quality wise than all the other ones, so therefore Atleti should be second. But then again, I'm not gonna be surprised. Weren't they the same team that kind of had a whole wrestling match with Porto last season? I think it was in the group stage as well. So Atleti, you never know, but I have them at first. And then in second, I have Porto. Porto is a very good team. Yes, there's no Luis Diaz, but I think they're still an amazing team. And comparing them to Club Brugge and Bayer Leverkusen, they're just a little bit better. So that's why I have them finishing at second. I think last season they were a bit unfortunate to have a very tough group. But this time around, the UCL magical wizards have been very kind to Porto. So them at second. And then we move on to that Europa League spot. Is it going to be Club Brugge? Is it going to be Bayer Leverkusen? I'm just going to put it at Club Brugge. They've spent a lot of money this window. They're also not a team to underestimate, so that's why I have them going through to the Europa League, which means that Bayer Leverkusen is unfortunately going out, with reasons being, have we seen them in their domestic league so far? The absolute shambles. So that's Group B. Nothing really special going on there. And then we have Group C. Oh my days. I hate to say it, but it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be traumatic flashback for Barcelona. But I'm just gonna get it out the way. Plitzen or that team, yeah, not making it out. They're just here for the vibes, that's all. Which leaves us with Barcelona, Bayern, and then Inter. Okay, who's topping it? Obviously gotta be Bayern, the goal scoring machines. Bayern is a strong team. Yes, they don't have Lewandowski this time around, but they are still doing amazing in the Bundesliga. And yes, the Bundesliga can be seen as, that league. But when they come to the Champions League, Bayern still performs. And I think they're gonna keep doing, and I think they're still gonna keep doing that, considering all the other teams. I just think Bayern's a bit better. They got Mane, Thomas Müller. It's just goals are being scored all around the field. And I think they're also excited to see Barcelona. And I think Lewandowski is also excited to play against his own club. So Bayern at first. That second position, is it going to be Inter? Is it going to be Barcelona? Barcelona wise, I hate to say it, but they have been looking very amazing in La Liga. Robert Lewandowski's, looking very unstoppable. He's settling. He's comfy. And they've signed some excellent players. With what money? I don't know, pulling economic levers, but they got it done, and respect to them for having a whole lot of players. And I think that's an advantage, Xavi's also doing the most, and I think there's also a bit of pressure on Xavi to, achieve things in the Champions League, because he has this amazing squad in front of him. And then Inter, oh my gosh, Inter has been very unlucky in the Champions League, hey, but most Italian teams are very unlucky in the Champions League. So just by considering, history and what has been going down, it's making me not consider, it's like it's not looking good for them. Lukaku is back. That Lukaku and Martinez connection is gonna be doing its thing. So we're gonna see it in the Champions League even more. We know that Ivan Perisic is gone, so that might make them a bit disadvantaged at the back. But I think Barcelona should finish second. Lewandowski is going to score plenty of goals for them. Rafinha is going to continue to shine, and so forth, all the millions of players that they have. And I think Inter are going to finish third and then off to the Europa League, because I think between Barca and Bayern, they're not there yet. Alright, and then Group D, if I remember correctly, people were calling this the Europa League group. Like, it's literally that group with just like teams that are just like vibey. But I think Spurs should top this group. I will be extremely surprised if they don't. I mean, Antonio Conte is there. He has also been very unlucky in the Champions League. Spurs haven't been here, a couple of years, but not that long. So it's finally exciting to see them back here. I'm so excited to see what Spurs can do and what Conte can do in the league. They have been getting their results, but performance-wise can be, questionable, because they haven't been like spectacularly performing, but they have been getting, results, which it's something to build on. Antonio Conte is working with this team, have made excellent business over this transfer window. Kulusevski has been amazing, so Kane, Kulusevski, and Son up front is gonna look amazing. We have Rich Allison, who also comes on as a sub. Ivan Perisic has looked amazing. There's just been a whole lot of amazing stuff going there, and I think it's the beginning of it all. So let's see what happens. But in this group specifically, Spurs should be able to top it. Let's not bottle it. Let's not give off Spursy performances now. So Spurs should top it. And then it was kind of difficult between Sporting, Eintracht, and Marseille. You have Eintracht, the holders of the Europa League trophy. Kudos to them. But league-wise, yikes, it has not been a good start for them. Marseille has now got Alexis Sanchez. They finished second last season, if I remember. They are quite, competitive in Liga. And then you have Sporting. Sporting is an exciting team, but yeah, how's that gonna work in this group specifically? I don't want to call them the weakest ones, but I think all the other teams have like, better quality in terms of this group. So for the second spot, I think I give it to Marseille, because I think on paper they are better than Eintracht, and form-wise better than Eintracht. And then third goes to Eintracht, back to the Europa League, considering how bad they have started. So I don't think they're going to turn up now. But should they turn up and finish second, I also wouldn't be that surprised. But for now, I have them in third. And then lastly, unfortunately, I have Sporting. I just don't see them, making it out. But I can see them trying their best and giving, a good fight against all the other teams here. But I think in the end, yeah, it's not going to be there. Group E, oh my goodness. I feel like Group E is between Milan and Chelsea. Milan are a strong team, also unlucky in the Champions League. Then again, Italian teams like I mentioned with Inter. So it's kind of like, are they going to make it far, or is history going to, repeat itself? And then you have Chelsea. Chelsea have also not had a good start in the league, has been very bumpy. But now they have a striker, Aubameyang. So, Sterling is amazing. Mason Mount, Kai Havertz are all amazing. But then they needed that one person who has that ability to finish off chances. I think Aubameyang is going to do that. And I think if Aubameyang is able to do that, then it helps Chelsea top this group. So I'm saying that Chelsea are going to find themselves, and Chelsea are going to stop leaking goals at the back. And then Chelsea finishes first. Second, I'm tempted to give it to Milan, but considering history, it's not good. But then looking at the other teams, which is Dinamo Zagreb and Salzburg, Inter on paper are better than those two. So therefore, for now, Inter is at second, and then Dinamo and Salzburg, I feel like they similar teams. So that third spot is between the two of them. But I think Salzburg are a bit better. And then Dinamo at fourth. And then Group F, Hala Madrid, the champions of Europe, the kings of Europe. So right off the bat, they are topping this group. We have a whole bestie relationship with Shakhtar Donetsk. Literally have been having them, I think, for the past 3 seasons, but we are back with them in the same group stage. But I think Real Madrid tops this group. We literally have amazing players. Karim, the dream, is going to be banging in goals. Vinicius is going to continue his hot fire form. Valverde has been amazing. We now have Tchouaméni. Yes, Casemiro is gone, super heartbroken over that, but I think Tchouaméni is starting to adapt, and he's going to look amazing in that midfield. Rudiger is here, so I think overall it's vibe for Real Madrid. Second place is kind of hard between Leipzig and Celtic. Celtic is an amazing team as well. They won the league last year. But then RB Leipzig, also an amazing team full of young, energetic players. Timo Werner is back there and scoring goals. Christopher Nkunku last year was super amazing, so I hope that he continues this form. So comparing RB Leipzig and Celtic, I think RB Leipzig takes that second position, and then Celtic goes to the Europa League. And unfortunately, Shakhtar Donetsk, sorry besties, but yeah, they get booted out. We are almost there. So Group G, oh my goodness. Haaland reuniting with Borussia Dortmund. So Group G, also City, it's always their favorites at the beginning of every UCL campaign, and they never win it. So is this year finally gonna be that year that City actually win a Champions League trophy? We will yet to see. But they finally have a striker in Erling Haaland, so I think that gives them a better advantage to the already amazing squad. So City at first, Sevilla and Borussia Dortmund. Sevilla as our Europa League merchants, because they won it a bunch of times, and then Borussia Dortmund as that other team who's kind of better. So that second position is kind of hard. Borussia Dortmund have kind of had some ups and downs this season, but overall it's looking decent. Sevilla have not had a great start in La Liga, catching L's, left, right, and center. And I think looking at form-wise, I think that Dortmund will finish second, and then Sevilla will go third, back to the Europa League where they kind of belong. And then Copenhagen, I'm so sorry, but yeah, considering all the other teams, it's not looking good, bruv. So Copenhagen at fourth. And then the last group has PSG, Juventus, Benfica, and Maccabi Haifa. I swear, when that whole draw was happening, and they pulled out Maccabi Haifa. I was like, what is this team? Never heard about them in my life. I'm not saying just because I've never heard of them, I'm putting them at 4th. But because Juventus, PSG, and Benfica are just stronger teams than Maccabi Haifa, so therefore that's why they're at 4th. And then first, it's between Juventus and PSG, but PSG is a better team than Juventus, unfortunately. So PSG first, and then comes Juventus. I'm so excited to see what Dusan Vlahovic is going to be able to do. No Dybala this time around, but yeah, they've been looking pretty decent in Serie A as well. So Juventus should be finishing 2nd, and then in 3rd, it should be Benfica because yeah, considering 1 and 2, Juventus and PSG, where else are they gonna go? So Group H kind of stays the same as the way it was drawn. So those are my Champions League group stage predictions, and yeah, thank you very much for watching, and bye.